Every 60 minutes, humans spend 2.8 million years watching TikTok. That's not a typo. In the time it takes you to watch this video, the world will consume 11,000 years of content on a single app that didn't even exist 5 years ago. But here's what's fascinating. While everyone thinks TikTok's success is about dance trends and viral challenges, the real story is hidden in a secret algorithm that knows you better than you know yourself. This algorithm is so powerful that intelligence agencies call it digital crack, and its code is more heavily guarded than state secrets. Today, we're going to reveal how a Chinese startup cracked the code of human attention and built the most addictive platform in history. This isn't just another social media success story. This is about how a company used artificial intelligence to map human psychology, how they turned procrastination into a $250 billion empire, and why psychologists are calling this the biggest behavioral experiment in human history. But to understand how they pulled this off, we need to go back to 2016, when a little-known Chinese company called ByteDance made a bet that would change the internet forever. In 2016, while Facebook was dealing with election controversies and Twitter was struggling with user growth, ByteDance was studying something different: the science of what makes humans stop scrolling. Their research revealed a crucial insight. The average human attention span had dropped to just 8.25 seconds, shorter than a goldfish. But instead of seeing this as a problem, they saw an opportunity. ByteDance's journey started with Douyin, their Chinese version of TikTok. Within 200 days, Douyin attracted 100 million users and hit 1 billion daily video views. The success was unprecedented, but ByteDance knew that conquering China wasn't enough. They needed a global strategy. TikTok's algorithm isn't just sophisticated, it's revolutionary. While Netflix needs 80 hours of viewing data to predict your preferences, TikTok can build a detailed psychological profile in less than 40 minutes. How? By tracking over 200 data points every single second you're on the app. Every pause, every rewatch, every slight hesitation as you scroll, it's all being analyzed in real time. But here's where it gets interesting. TikTok's algorithm doesn't just learn what you like, it learns what you'll like before you know you'll like it. Internal documents reveal that the platform can predict a user's next interest with 85% accuracy. It's so accurate that some researchers have nicknamed it digital telepathy. 3 factors collided to create TikTok's perfect moment. First, smartphone cameras finally became good enough for anyone to be a creator. Second, mobile data got cheap enough for constant video consumption. And third, a global pandemic locked billions of people at home with nothing but time and screens. During the first 3 months of 2020, TikTok was downloaded 315 million times, the most quarterly downloads for any app in history. But it wasn't just luck. ByteDance had spent years preparing for this moment, investing $3 billion in artificial intelligence and hiring thousands of engineers to perfect their recommendation system. Studies show that TikTok triggers dopamine releases every 21 seconds on average, 3 times more frequently than Instagram. But here's what makes it truly addictive: variable reward timing. Like a slot machine, you never know when the next dopamine hit will come. This uncertainty keeps users scrolling through just one more video, an average of 89 times per session. The addiction is so powerful that 67% of teens report using TikTok while doing homework. More concerning? 32% say they've missed sleep because they couldn't stop scrolling. The platform has mastered what psychologists call ludic loops, cycles of activity that become self-reinforcing, making it nearly impossible to stop. TikTok's business model is a masterpiece of modern monetization. Unlike Facebook, which makes money primarily through ads, TikTok has created 5 distinct revenue streams. First, there's traditional advertising, where they charge up to $2 million for a one-day homepage takeover. Second, there's in-app purchases, virtual gifts that users buy for creators, generating $2.5 billion in 2022 alone. Third, there's e-commerce integration, turning viral videos into instant shopping opportunities. Fourth, there's the creator marketplace, where TikTok takes a cut of brand deals. And fifth, there's data. Lots of it. But here's the genius part. TikTok has made advertising addictive. Their For You page seamlessly blends ads with content so well that 63% of users can't tell the difference. The result? The highest engagement rates in social media history, with some branded content getting up to 17.5% engagement, nearly 10 times what Instagram achieves. TikTok hasn't just changed how we consume content, it's revolutionized culture itself. In 2023, 67% of all Billboard Hot 100 artists first went viral on TikTok. The platform has revived dead songs, launched unknown artists to stardom, and even changed how music is written. Producers now create TikTok-first songs with hooks designed specifically for the platform. But the impact goes deeper. TikTok has created what sociologists call microcultures, highly specific communities around niche interests. From clean talk to author talk, these communities have their own languages, trends, and economies. Some creators have built million-dollar businesses serving these micro-communities, completely bypassing traditional business models. TikTok's global strategy is unlike anything we've seen before. They spend up to $3 million per day on user acquisition in some markets. But it's not just about advertising. It's about cultural adaptation. In each country, TikTok studies local trends, hires local content moderators, and adjusts its algorithm to match local preferences. The results are staggering. In Indonesia, TikTok became the country's largest e-commerce platform in just 18 months. In Brazil, it's now the primary news source for users under 25. And in the United States, it's changed political campaigning forever, with 47% of Gen Z saying TikTok influences their voting decisions. But success has brought intense scrutiny. National security concerns have led to government bans in multiple countries. Mental health experts warn of TikTok brain, a condition where patients struggle to focus on tasks longer than 15 seconds. Studies show that 38% of users under 14 spend more than 3 hours daily on the app. More worrying are the platform's effects on mental health. Research shows that heavy TikTok users are 92% more likely to report symptoms of depression. The platform's rapid-fire content delivery has been linked to increased ADHD symptoms, and its beauty filters have created what psychologists call Instagram Face 2.0, a new form of body dysmorphia. But there's an even darker side to TikTok's success story, one that has governments worldwide losing sleep. Every swipe, every pause, every location, ping on TikTok generates data. A lot of it. In fact, security researchers found that TikTok collects 6 times more data points than Facebook. But it's not just how much data they collect, it's what they do with it. A single hour of TikTok usage generates enough data to create a digital fingerprint so detailed it can predict your political views with 85% accuracy, your sexual orientation with 80% accuracy, and your personal relationships with stunning precision. As one cybersecurity expert put it, TikTok knows you better than your therapist. But here's where it gets concerning. All this data, from facial recognition patterns to keystroke rhythms, flows through ByteDance's servers. And despite TikTok's repeated denials, internal documents leaked in 2023 revealed that Chinese employees regularly accessed US user data. One former employee described it as a data harvesting operation disguised as a social media platform. The US government's response has been unprecedented. In 2023, Congress discovered that TikTok could track federal employees' locations within 30 feet, even when the app was closed. The FBI warned that the Chinese government could potentially use TikTok's algorithm to manipulate content and influence American users. As one senator put it, this isn't just about dance videos anymore, it's about national security. The numbers are staggering. TikTok has detailed profiles on 170 million Americans, more than half the country's population. This includes biometric data, browsing habits outside the app, and even draft videos that were never posted. Some security experts argue it's the largest voluntary data collection program in human history. The response has been swift. 34 states have banned TikTok on government devices. Military personnel are prohibited from using the app. And in a rare show of bipartisan unity, both Democrats and Republicans are pushing for either a complete ban or forced sale to an American company. But here's the trillion-dollar question. In a world where data is the new oil, has TikTok already struck gold? Because even if the app were banned tomorrow, they already have enough data to map the behavioral patterns of an entire generation. Looking ahead, TikTok's influence is reshaping industries far beyond social media. Netflix has introduced short-form video features. Universities are creating TikTok-length lectures. Even traditional news outlets are adapting their content to match TikTok's pace. But the bigger question remains, what happens to a society optimized for constant stimulation? Some experts predict a post-TikTok world where attention spans continue to shrink. Others warn of a growing divide between digital natives who thrive on rapid-fire content and those who can't keep up. From a simple video sharing app to a force that's rewiring human consciousness, TikTok hasn't just created a new platform. They've engineered a new way of thinking, a new way of creating, and perhaps most importantly, a new way of experiencing reality itself. The real question isn't whether TikTok has changed us. It's whether we can ever go back. In a world where attention is the new currency, TikTok hasn't just won the battle for our time. They've won the war for our minds. And in a world where your data tells your story, maybe the real question isn't just about attention. It's about who owns your digital soul. That's it for today's deep dive. If you want more stories about companies that changed how we think and behave, hit that subscribe button. And maybe check your screen time while you're at it. You might be surprised at what you find.